Thank you and welcome to Etymology and Word Choice. Etymology is the study of word origin, where our words come from. We're going to study today where the English language came from. The English language is actually a combination of many different languages, most of which comes from Germanic language. You notice here on our slide, we go from Germanic to West Germanic, North Germanic, and East Germanic. The English language is actually a derivative of the West Germanic, which is also subdivided from High German to Low German and Anglo-Frisian, which is within Anglo-Frisian we have the Frisian language and the English language. Those are both derivatives of Dutch and German together. You will notice you have a list over here that you can use for reference. If you look at the Frisian language, most of those words are very similar to English. They either look the same or sound the same as our English words, but you can see how they are derivatives of the the Dutch and German languages. We have William Shakespeare to thank for our history of the English language. Because of the fact that William Shakespeare was so dramatic in his writing, he needed to be able to write feelings, thoughts, ideas, and many other things that there were not words for. William Shakespeare is responsible for creating over 18,000 words that we still use, or that we use in the English language. British English still uses many of his words. North America still uses about 1,700 of his words in our common language. If you look at your sheet that says words created by William Shakespeare, I'd like you to take a few seconds to peruse this and tell me of any words that you commonly use in your vernacular today. Excitement. That's a good one. What else do you use? Gloomy. Gloomy.
The different rooms in the house.
Different rooms, that is true. William Shakespeare made sure that there was a word that showed an enclosed area within a house, and he would label these rooms. For instance, bedroom, a room with a bed. Thanks to William Shakespeare, we do have many, many words that we typically wouldn't have had. We also have many choices when it comes to word choice within our own writing. I would like you to look at your next sheet. Within the sheet, you will find different examples that I've pulled from other papers. And these examples are what would be called wordy or awkward. I came to the realization that is a very long way of saying one specific thought. Using one word, how do you think we can reword? Two words, I'm sorry. How do you think we can reword? I came to the realization that. I realized. That sounds more like how we would speak. We typically don't go around saying, I came to the realization that I'm hungry. We would say, I realized I'm hungry. Something very simple. Can you give me some other examples of how you would reword some of these examples?
Prior to.
How would you say that in a different way?
Before.
Before. Very good. Can you give me another one?
She is of the opinion that.
How would you say that?
She thought.
She thought is very good. How about in the process of?
During.
During is a great way to put that. As you see, we've combined a long, wordy sentence that could become awkward using only one, maybe two words. It sounds more fluid, and it sounds more precise. It's easier for a reader to follow, and it's easier for a reader to understand. Another issue that we often have is the use of cliches. Again, this goes along with word choice. Typically, people will use a cliche in the absence of knowledge of another word, something that they may want to say. If we look at our slides here, you'll see that there's many different cliches that we typically use, especially in sports standings and in day-to-day conversation. Let's see. Something like, the clock is their enemy. Do you take that as a literal translation?
No. They're just running out of time.
So the clock isn't really going to hit them or hurt them in any way. It's not really their enemy. Some other common cliches. This is a nail biter. How many football players do you see out biting their nails during a football game? What do they mean by this is a nail biter?
This is tense.
This is tense. Exactly. They're sitting on the edge of their seat.
They're anxious.
They're anxious. Exactly. These are all very good examples of cliches. Now, whenever we use cliches in our writing, it's not very easy for a reader to follow what we're saying. Typically, we want to say exactly what we're thinking and use our precise language. This is where word choice is important. Some other common cliches you'll see on your list, I would like you to tell me different ways that you can rewrite these. If I said, he and I agree to disagree, what's a better way for me to say that?
We disagree.
We disagree. That's perfect. How about, the horse was dead as a doornail? Horse was dead. The horse was dead, because it's probably not like a doornail. That's giving personification to an inanimate object. This, again, is not proper writing. If it's up in the air, did I really throw something up in the air?
No.
No. What do I mean by that?
Undecided.
It's undecided, exactly. I didn't throw my decision in the air. There's no way to do that. Now, I would like you guys to look at the word list of homonyms that I've given you. There's blanks down the bottom of your paper. I'd like each of you please to write a sentence using the word lists of homonyms. A homonym is two words or more that sound the same but are spelled differently and mean different things. These are often confused with one another. This is another aspect of word choice. Also, homophones are words that are spelled the same but mean different things. Please use the list to write a sentence, and we're going to share our sentences with each other and discuss them. Let me know when you're ready. If you need any more, I also have a few more homonyms up here, such as hair and hair. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, please tell me your sentence.
She was an effective morning after the walk.
Please tell me what your homonyms are.
Effective?
How'd you spell it?
With an E.
Why is that the correct spelling? Do you know?
I do. Because it's correct. It's effective is an outcome. Affective would be a feeling.
Exactly. What are your other homonyms in your sentence?
Morning. Morning. The sad morning versus the beginning of the day.
And how'd you spell that?
MOURNING.
Very good. Do you have any other homonyms or homophones?
The ball.
The ball, and how is that a homophone?
It's a ball as a gala, not as a sports apparatus.
Very good. Who would like to go second?
I'll go second. He played the bass alongside a hairy veil.
Please tell me your homophone, or your homonyms.
Bass.
How'd you spell bass?
B-A-S-S.
Very good.
Harry.
Was the veil named Harry?
No, it was Carey, by measure. H-A-I-R-Y.
Oh, so it wasn't made of rabbit either.
No. And veil. B-I-E-L.
B-E-I-L?
B-I-L.
Very good. As in the veil that goes over your face. Very, very good. Thank you. What was your sentence?
There was a picture of Prince next to the quartz of peace.
Ooh, okay. Please tell me what your homonyms are.
Prince, quartz, and peace.
How'd you spell Prince?
Actually, made over the musician, P-R-I-N-C, capital P. And then quartz, I spelled Q-U-A-R-T-S, and then peas is P-E-A-S, as in vegetable.
Very good. These are all very good sentences, and as you can see, you were able to choose the correct words based on your knowledge of word choice and word origin. I appreciate your time today. Is there any questions you have for me? Thank you very much for your time.